Darwin Platform Group of Companies is one of the fastest growing diversified Indian conglomerates with global footprints. It is setting up offices globally and tying up with companies across the globe from multiple sectors. The company has ventured into real estate and construction, stockbroking and finance, arms and ammunition, mining, airlines and many other sectors.
Welcome. You're watching Business Today Television. I'm Sakshi Batra and this is Market Today. You're watching the last half an hour of this special Saturday trading that we have seen unfolding. In fact, again, on a historic note, we did see the second day in a row when the benchmark indices, Sensex and the Nifty hit record high levels. The Nifty crossed the 22,400 mark for the very first time today. And 22,420 was seen as the peak of today's trading session. And even the Sensex inched closer to its next peak or milestone of 74,000. It inched closer and hit an all-time high levels of 73,982 odd levels today. However, the second session after a break of 1.5 hours, that opened on a flattish note right now. If you see a 0.2% of an uptick is what is remaining on the Nifty right now. 22,383 can be seen currently. The Sensex hovering at 73,845, just about 0.1% higher in trade. Now, a lot of sectors are supporting the markets, including the major indices. So, you have the Nifty Midcap Index that's up by 0.6% odd. It's at 49,113 odd levels. The small cap index is also higher by about 0.7% odd at 45,830 odd levels. A lot of other sectors that are moving into supporting the major move in the index include a lot of metal stocks that have been shining bright in trade today. So the metal index is 1.5% up. It's one of the most, it's the top sectoral performer in trade today, followed by consumer durables that's up by over 1%. We also have the media index that's recovered in trade. Along with it, healthcare has recovered. 0.5% of gains can be seen on pharma healthcare stocks. The realty stocks are buzzing. 0.6% of a move on the upside can be seen on that one. IT, FMCG and pharma have also seen some kind of a recovery. The auto stocks are 0.2% higher in trade. Although the Nifty Bank has slipped just below the flat line in trade today. It's hovering absolutely flat with slight negative bias. So it's absolutely flat right now. 47,309 is what you can spot on the Nifty Bank Index as well. Let's welcome our guest on the show. Ratnesh Goyal now joins in. He's the Senior Technical Research Analyst at Arihant Capital. Ratnesh, good afternoon. Welcome to you on Business Today Television. The last half an hour of trade, or last 25 minutes rather, on this special trading session that's unfolding on Saturday. What do you make of the market move right now, and what is the strategy you're recommending investors?
Very good afternoon, Sakshi, and good afternoon to every viewer. Definitely, there is a that in the second session, there is a very dull event showing a very range-bound activity on the indices. If you look at the after the break, once after the break we open it, now there is no movement in the indices, but overall view, if you look at it's still positive. So I believe that if around the 22,100 or 22,200 will be the good support for the Nifty, and I can see that 22,800 to 23,000 we are going to touch very soon. And because the good thing is that the Bank Nifty is also participation now has started. So I believe that we can see the Bank Nifty level in the coming days around the 48,000 level. Maybe it will take some time, but I believe that it will touch because there is a downward gap on the daily chart. So I feel that this gap should be filled, and Bank Nifty should touch that level. So I believe that Bank Nifty will also outperform now, and Bank Nifty can lead this market compared to the Nifty. So Bank Nifty support level will come around the 47,000, 47,100. It will be the good level for the buy, and for the target for the short term, if someone hold for the Bank Nifty 47,800 to 48,000 level.
Okay, got that. Any particular stocks that you've identified in the special trading session where you have turned bullish on?
Yeah, definitely. From the mid-cap counter, the Triveni Turbine has given the good consolidation flag pattern breakout. So I believe that this Triveni Turbine can see the 580 to 600 level. One can buy with the stop loss 480 for the target 580 to 600 level.
Okay, Triveni Turbine. So that's the stock that you're watching out for, and that's the stock that you would believe that can further inch higher, 5% higher for this one. A very strong move has been seen in trade today, 515 for this one. A very strong move coming in on Triveni Turbine. So keep that stock in your mind as well. Any railway stocks that you are turning bullish on apart from Triveni as well? Is this space getting ready for a fresh move?
Like the other railway stock, if you look at that, I believe that the RITES is in the consolidation modes after the some good run up. Now still this is in consolidation mode. So I believe the RITES can be the good bet in the railway counter with the stop loss 760 for the coming days target around 850.
Okay. There is one stock that is standing out in today's trade, and that is Tata Steel, which has led the metal show again today. It's a double-digit gain for this one, 10.5% kind of a move, a one-way uptick that can be seen on this one. It's definitely at a 5-day high, at a 1-month high. Over the last 6 months, of course, a 6-month high to 18% of a move has been seen on this one, and at a 52-week high level because of a 48% kind of a move that you have seen. So all the parameters, 5-day, 1 month, 6 month, and 1 year, it is at a high as well. A very strong move can be seen on this one. Remember, the stock has been in an uptrend, and the entire metals pack is also shining along with it. How would you really look at Tata Steel now with this strong move, and what would your advice be?
After long consolidation, we have seen the breakout in the Tata Steel. In yesterday trading session, we have a good move in all the metal sector like SAIL, Tata Steel, and other also. And the Tata Steel has given the long consolidation breakout. As I say, like it has given 20,021 level breakout. So I believe that the rally will continue up to the 170 or the 200 level. So if someone holding this stock, I suggest that still they can hold with the stop loss. They can trail their stop loss 145 and for the target 170 or the 200 level, and even the fresh entry I suggest that someone can take the fresh entry also, because we are seeing that after a long 2-3 years breakout, so it will definitely take this stock up to the 175. So fresh entry also suggested with the stop loss 145.
Okay, fair enough. That's on Tata Steel. What about the other metal counters like SAIL has been on an up move for the last few trading sessions. Nalco has been on a very strong footing as well. Any other metal names that strike you on the technical charts?
Yeah, definitely. The stock which you mentioned, like SAIL and National Union, both are looking good. The SAIL has given yesterday we have seen a good volume activity, and it is ready to give the fresh breakout after about the 140 level. So I believe that after the 140 level, we can see the move up to the 150 to 155 level. So still, someone can holding this stock can hold this stock with the trailing stop loss 133 for the first target 145, and then the second one the 150 to 155. Even the national aluminum, as you mentioned, this is also the good stock continue making the high formation, and we have seen recently the consolidation in the correction, and it has the short term moving average 30-day moving average. From there we have once again seen the rally. So I believe that after the 166, 167, the fresh rally will resume. The stock will touch 200 level. Then if the stop loss 157 for the target 200.
Okay, so that's as far as the metals pack is concerned, and this space is clearly shining the brightest in trade today. Apart from this, Ratnesh, I also wanted to understand from you some of the stocks that are buzzing. So let's take a view on all of those stocks. Let's talk about the other stock, which is at a 52-week high from the Adani basket, Adani Ports. Now, it has had a very good run in the past. After a break, it's again catching up some momentum. 1.2% higher, 1339 right now. What do you have to say on Adani Ports charts? What do they indicate?
Like Adani Port is outperforming in from the Adani basket, and it is trading all time high. So a little bit stress on the daily chart as well as the weekly chart, a little bit far from the short term as well as the from the long term averages. So I believe that the fresh entry is not advisable at this level, but someone holding from the lower level can hold this stock with the trail stop loss 1250 for the target 1500.
Okay, fair enough. So that's as far as the Adani Ports view is concerned. There are many other stocks that have hit a fresh all-time high in this kind of a market as well, which is led with low volumes. Something like Havells, for example. The stock has been in an up move for the last few trading sessions and has constantly been hitting newer highs. Right now, about 4% higher in trade, 1574 can be seen on this one. On Havells, what are the next targets that you spot? And do you think that even after the recent move, this price offers a fresh entry point?
Yeah, definitely. Havells has given breakout on the 27th Feb. From there, we have seen the good run up and even the some 2 days consolidation. And then today, we once again we have seen the fresh breakout. Although there is some volume is less because of the special trading session, but I believe that still there is a chance to re-enter or the fresh enter this stock with the stop loss 150 for the coming days target. I can see that 1700.
Okay, 1700 could be the next target for Havells. Keep that in mind. Let's also talk about some other stocks that have hit a fresh all-time high today. So that's Dixon Technologies and SBI Life as well. On Dixon Technologies, how do you spot the charts? This has been one stock. Of course, it's a little higher price stock. 7,050 can be seen on this one. But for those who have the appetite, is it a stock that one should be looking at?
Dixon has given the rounding bottom breakout on in the month of the July, and from there we have seen the good run up. I still believe that the target of this rounding bottom is still pending. So this target of this is still of the rounding bottom formation come around the 17,000 7,500 to 8,000 level. But a fresh entry is not advisable at this level. Let it be consolidation this stock and I believe that for the fresh entry, if it come around the 6,800 or the 6,700, it will be a good entry level, and the risk reward ratio will be favor at that level. If it come around that level, keep the stop loss around the 6,500 level. Sorry, for the target 7,500 to 8,000 level.
Okay, got that. So that's as far as Dixon Tech is concerned. Let's also keep an eye out on the power stocks. A lot of these stocks are really buzzing in trade. So Torrent Power we discussed in the first session that we had in the morning today. Apart from it, GET&D India is moving up strongly. Then you also have CESC Kalpatru Power. These are the ones that are moving up. NLC India, for example, is 4.5% to 5% higher in trade. How do you look at this fresh move in the entire power pack? And do you think any stocks can be taken in? Because even on a weekly basis, stocks like GE, India are up by almost double digits, 13 odd percent.
If you look at this power group stock or like the GT&T, it is very continuous moving very high. The rally has started from the 152 level and continue 1,000 level. So I believe the fresh entry is not advisable at this stock at this point. So if someone holding this stock can hold this stock with the stop loss 900 rupees, but fresh entry is not advisable in this stock. Definitely the NLC India is we have seen some correction and now consolidation. It has taken the good support level around the 210. So this stock can be advisable for the fresh entry with the stop loss 200 for the target 255 and then the 275.
Okay, so that's as far as the power space is concerned. Let's actually look at some of the weekly gainers. So we've already talked about GET&D, which is already given a 13.5% move. Then there is Action Construction. The stock hovering near 1489 odd levels. It's moved up 28.5% in this entire week. We've also seen Pesalo Digital at 195. This has been definitely a weak performers, as in a strong performers of this week. 19.8% kind of a move is what it has given during this entire week. Zen Technologies, that's another stock that has moved up 18% in this entire week, right now hovering at around 954 odd levels. Anything from these weekly gainers that you can actually spot that could be chased for momentum?
Yeah, definitely. So from all these three counter, I believe that like first one I like the Zentech. The Zentech is after the consolidation, it has given the once again the rounding formation breakout. So I believe that even for the fresh entry also it is advisable with the stop loss 900 for the target 1100. And then second one I will like it the definitely Pesa low because as construction is a little bit stretch. I believe that it's a little bit stretch on the daily chart. So let it consolidation or some correction will be good if this happen in this as construction. So Pesa low is a good stock with the stop loss 170 for the target 225 to 250.
Okay, so that's as far as the strong weekly performers are concerned, and your view on some of these stocks that have already run up 20-30% odd in this entire week, a very strong move that has been seen. Let's also talk about some of the defense stocks. They are coming back in favor because the defense ministry is again awarding some of the contracts. So you did see L&T move up 2 days in a row. Again, it's up in trade today. HAL has been a receiver of the awards there. That's been up. BEL has been a performer in this entire week. Data patterns is up by 5% in trade today again. Anything from the defense pack that strikes you, Ratnesh, that you would be bullish on?
Like you mentioned, the LNT, so LNT definitely is a very good bet because we have seen the already correction, and after the correction, we have seen the base formation on the chart, and now trading above the all the averages like the 50-day moving average, the short-term moving averages, and yesterday we have seen the good breakout in this stock. So I believe the LNT will be the good bet, and the risk reward ratio is in the favor in the LNT. So if anyone holding for the mid to short term, the stop loss will come around the 35.50, and I believe the target will come around first the 3,800 and then 4,000 level.
Got that. So that's as far as the defense pack is concerned. I'd like to mention two more shares. One is Tata Investment. Again, apologies because it's a high price stock, higher ticket stock. Very strong move again, seen 8,027 kind of kind of rupees can be seen on this one. It is in the last 2 days or so, you would see the maximum move come in because of the recent approval from the Union Cabinet on the plants, the semiconductor plants that Tata Group and CG Power have been given approval for. CG Power shares also are up again for the second day in a row. Very strong move. 6.5% kind of a move can be seen on this one. How would you look at these two stocks? They are in the heat of the news flow and they are showing some momentum.
So first we talk about the CG Power. The CG Power has taken the good support on the daily chart. The 200 moving average now on the 1st March. We have seen the gap up open and started trading about all the key averages like the 50-day also and the 100 also. So, I can see that upward gap area on the CG Power. So I believe that this gap should be filled, and it should come around the 450 level. So it will be the good level. Once the CG Power tests this gap, I believe that the risk reward ratio will be favor. The stop loss will come around the 440. If it come around the 458 or 455 level, the stop loss will come around the 440, and then target will come around the 480 to 500 level. Only above the 500 level, the fresh breakout will come, and the fresh rally will resume. So it will take this stock. If we get the close above the 500, the stock, the price of this stock we can see around the 580 to 600 level. Now, if you look at
okay, let's again look at some of the movers then at this point in time. So we've already mentioned Zen Technologies, Vari Renewables. Let's look at this one. A very strong move is really coming in on Vari Renewables Energy. And you can see, I think, about 6,127 rupees kind of a level at this point in time on Vari. About a 5% uptick was seen on this one. Monte Carlo is up in trade, and these are the small cap movers. Jubilant Industries is strongly up in trade as well. You also have Dwarkesh Sugar that's moving up in trade. Rico Auto, we've been looking at a consistent move on this one this entire week. That's again a stock that's been moving. Then you have Indoco. That's also moving up in trade. A very, very strong move can be seen on this one. Suven Pharma has been on a consistent move after the recent news flows. That's the one that's moving very strongly. Then you also have IEX that's moved up very strongly. About a 5% uptick could be seen on this one. Mirza International, Auto Axles. Those are the stocks that have moved up in the small cap space. Of course, Ratnesh, this small cap space has raised a lot of debate that perhaps the valuations of most of these stocks have run up too much and now the things look overheated. But there are still a lot of stocks that are consistently hitting upper circuits. There may be investors who may be holding on to these stocks for a long time and they may be sitting on good amount of profits. The other set of investors may be feeling a FOMO. How are you looking at the present move and what would you advise these two set of investors now?
No, definitely there is a lot of talk in the street that about the valuations in the mid-cap stock. But I believe that now because you take me in the fundamental side, so now let me talk about a little bit because we are now talking about the 7 trillion economy and the make in India stories and so many things are happening in the manufacturing and so many even the funds coming with the new fund like the energies fund manufacturing fund. So I believe that this really is still believe maybe there's definitely some stocks is the overvalued. Now investor have to select a stock like which can outperform the market and which will be the underperform and overvalue. So there is a now tricky in the mid cap stock. So I believe there could be some uh, consolidation in this stock, but still the rallies is still left in this stock, and definitely the mid cap once again will outperform the Nifty and the other indices.
Okay. Now, Ratnesh, it's 12:23 already. We are just 7 minutes away from the day's trading close as well. Any BTST, SBT trades that you will be looking at for the next week that begins Monday?
Definitely, from the metal space, only the Hind copper. The Hind copper is uh, it has given the fresh breakout in even today trading session. So I believe the Hind copper will be the good BTST for the target 290 with the stop loss of 278.
Hind Copper is a BTST trade that you can keep an eye out on. And let's now look at the last few minutes of trade again. Let's look at the stocks that are moving on the Nifty. Again, it's the metal counters, Tata Steel, JSW Steel, and Adani Ports as well that we've discussed. Hindalco, BPCL, and Bharti Airtel. These are the top movers as far as the Nifty is concerned right now. In the mid-cap space, Rallis India, Morpin Laboratories, Graphite India. These are the particular stocks that are moving up. Unichem Labs, West Coast Paper, MPS Limited, that has been a consistent mover. These are the stocks that are moving up. Remember, it's a flattish trade that you're spotting on the major index as well as the mid-cap stocks right now as we speak. So those are the particular momentum stocks that we have been looking at as well. And the trade is now kind of flattening out. You can see the Nifty now at 22,381 odd levels, absolutely flat, about 0.07% of a dip can be seen at this point in time. And even the Sensex has now moved slightly lower in trade. About 0.05% of a dip can be seen. 73,818 already. There were thin volumes, and now you can see the benchmark indices kind of lying low, towards the end of the session as well. Going forward, Ratnesh, in the new week, do you still feel that banking stocks will be something that have started to move in this week, will continue to garner more attention? So, should one look at Nifty Bank versus the Nifty, or should one continue to stay focused on the Nifty for the new week?
No, as I mentioned, my opening remark that without the bank Nifty, we are not going to see the new high in the Nifty also like 22,500, 23,000 level. So without the banking support, we can't see this level. So I believe that definitely bank Nifty will also come around the like as I mentioned the downward gap area it should be filled 48,000 it come around. So definitely we are going to see that level. So there is still steam left in the bank Nifty also for the 800 to 1,000 point in range.
Okay. Any particular sectors that look technically positive for the new week that you can advise investors to keep an eye out on?
Like definitely, the metal stock has given the fresh breakout. So I believe that whenever the rally start resume in the metal, it should really 15 days or 1 month. So for this series, I believe that the metal stocks will outperform.
Metal stocks will outperform for this series, is your thought process right now? Okay, and we've already discussed some of the stocks right there. But if you have to name top three stocks from the metal stocks to keep an eye out on technically, which would be those three metal stocks?
Like as I first we discussed on the Tata Steel, so definitely it will be my best pick in this stock. And second one is I given the BTST in copper. So in copper is going to the once again the all-time high, it is going to touch the all-time high, and the third one will be the same. So these three stocks can outperform the metal stocks.
Tata Steel, in copper, and SAIL. These are the three stocks that one can keep an eye out on for this series. Metal stocks likely to outperform. So this is the sector that you need to keep an eye out on going forward from here. All right. With that, many thanks, Ratnesh, for being with us onto this special edition and helping our viewers really navigate through this special trading session with the strategies, the do's, don'ts, as well as, where exactly should one be keeping their focus, as well as where to look for opportunities of profits going forward. Hope you have a great weekend. This was a special trading session that got unfolded, and it's not been very bad because we've actually seen record high levels on both Nifty and the Sensex today. So people have definitely made money even in this just 2.5 hours of special trading sessions that we saw today right there. Many thanks, Ratnesh, for being with us. Let's start winding down the markets now for all our viewers as of now. So let's look at the Nifty. It's at 22,380. 0.1% of an uptick can be seen on this one, just about a 40 point of an uptick. So we have, come down below that all-time high mark of 22,420 and below that milestone level of 22,400 as well. The Nifty Bank is absolutely flat as flat can be. 47,301 can be seen on this one. This is as far as the major index is concerned. Let's look at the mid and the small caps to see how the flavor has changed towards the end of the session on those two indices. So the small caps have taken in all the flavor today. 0.7% of an uptick for the Nifty Small Cap 100 index, and the mid caps have also inched higher on a similar note, 0.7% of an uptick. So investors have actually focused their attentions on the mid and the small cap stocks, which was definitely seen on a lot of stocks that were hitting 5% upper circuit. Remember, there was a circuit filter for a lot of stocks, and therefore you see that 5% upper circuit because it was revised downwards for today's trading session to avoid any kind of wild swings onto this special trading session. So the circuit filter was revised 5%. So if you may be wondering why are some of the stocks which have a higher circuit filter are looking at a circuit of 5%. This was a circuit filter as was defined by SEBI in trade today. Now, apart from this, let's look at the sectoral moves as well to see how the movement came in. Just like how we discussed, it was the metals that were shining the brightest in trade today. So they took in all the limelight, 1.6% higher. Media stocks also rose in trade. The realty space jumped about 1% higher in trade. Consumer durable stocks were higher by 1% odd. Healthcare stocks definitely recovered. So some of those hospital stocks that were taking a beating in the last two trading sessions have also recovered in trade. So barring the private banks, I would say rest of the sectors all moved up in trade, and that was a positive. When we talk about the India VIX, that has slipped even further. It's now below the 15 mark, 1.8 percent down in trade at 14.96, which is again giving some kind of a comfort to all the bulls right now. Now, when we talk about the top, movers, when we talk about some of the hospital stocks that were still down, so Apollo Hospitals were still down, Dr. Reddy's was still down from the healthcare space. Some of the other draggers were Dr. Reddy's as well. But the metals pack definitely was seen shining the brightest in trade today, as was seen in Nalco, Tata Steel, JSW Steel, SAIL kind of levels. The big heavyweights, Infosys was down in trade, Reliance Industries was down in trade today. L&T slipped in trade about 0.2%. So some of these heavyweight counters saw some profits being taken off, and therefore you saw just a flattish trade, towards the end of the session today as well. With that, we wrap up this very special edition. Many thanks for tuning in and seeing how the special trading session really unfolded. We will join you again on Monday morning with fresh moves on the markets, but do stay tuned onto Business Today TV as a lot of action will get unfolded on your screens, right from BT calls to the mega wedding scenes that are being witnessed at Jamnagar of Anant Ambani and Radhika Merchant, and a whole lot of news flows that will be important to track with the market's perspective on Monday morning as well. So don't go anywhere and stay logged on to Business Today TV.
Indian Platform Group of Companies is one of the fastest growing diversified Indian conglomerates with global footprints. It is setting up offices globally and tying up with companies across the globe from multiple sectors. The company has ventured into real estate and construction, stockbroking and finance, arms and ammunition, mining, airlines and many other sectors.